Hey guys, what's going on? This is Donovan of Schmick Squadron, and I'm here to give you guys a ban list video. Now, before I actually, start, I want to go over a few things. This is more about stuff I want on the ban list, not stuff I want to come off the ban list, because I'm pretty sure everyone's sick of hearing, "Bring back Stratos, bring back Rescue Rabbit." I've made videos already about all that stuff. So I'm going to be more focused on putting stuff on the ban list. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the four decks that have been doing really well in the last few formats, and then I'm going to tell you what I think needs to happen to those decks. Also, I don't have them with me, but Seth and Josh, what they want from this upcoming ban list is they don't want any of the four decks that I'm going to be talking about to get hit. What they want is a more, I guess, variety, I guess is the best word. They want a, a lot of meta decks. There's going to be a lot of variety soon, and they want more variety, top tier meta decks from Blue Eyes, ABCs, Metal Foes, Cosmo, Monarch. Like, they want a lot of stuff to compete with each other. They would like to see a lot more variety. And though I wouldn't necessarily disagree with that. I want to see a bit more variety, but at the same time, I am sick and tired of of this meta, and I'm anxiously waiting for this ban list. So yeah, I'm gonna tell you guys what I think needs to happen to these upcoming cards. Not I say cards, these decks, and let's get started. Let's start with Burning Abyss, or PK Fire, as people like to call it. Uh, yeah, I think out of all the decks, this is probably the one that's going to get hit the hardest, or is most likely to get hit the hardest. Mainly because the deck's been around for God knows how long. So, with that being said, I think it's time for him to go to 1. And I also would like to see Seer to go to 1. Because, for one, you can just you can continuously loop Dante onto the field with Seer, and then with Dante going to the grave, you can just get the Seer back to your hand, and then there's just a continuous loop, and no one likes that. Unless you're a Burning Abyss player, no one likes that. And, keeping Seer at 2 would not solve the problem. They need to get rid of, in my opinion, Burning Abyss. They've made their money. Go kill the deck like you killed the other decks that came out in Duelist Alliance. Please. Please. It's time to move on from Burning Abyss. I've already done it. I'm done playing Burning Abyss. I moved on to Phantom Knights. I'm done. Monarchs. Now, this is the deck that won the North American WCQ, so this probably might get hit pretty hard because of that. With that being said, I would really like to see Pantheism and Stormforth to go to 1. I don't really have a problem with the monsters in Monarchs. It's mainly the spells and traps. So I would personally love to see Pantheism and Stormforth to go to 1, just so the deck doesn't have as much consistency. That's the problem with this deck. The deck has way too much consistency, and I mean, when it breaks hard, but I would just, no. A deck shouldn't have a card that basically is a +3 with Pantheism, and a card that doesn't target and Stormforth and can just trip your monsters and mess around with your opponent's cards on their turn. That's no. And another card I would like that this is a maybe. I wouldn't mind seeing Prime go to 2. Not sure if it will happen or not. I think Pantheism and Stormforth are just enough. And I don't need Domain to get hit. Domain is fine. where it is. I can easily get around domain. So with that being said, let's move on to Cosmo. This is my least favorite deck out of the four I'm going to mention. Uh, and the thing is that no matter how hard, unless you're like hitting every Cosmo card, putting it to one, I kind of feel like you can't really kill the deck. You can make it go from like tier one meta to tier two, but I don't think you can actually kill off the deck to the point where people don't want to play it. So with that being said, Dark Destroyer definitely needs to go to one. That card is way too powerful, and it can't be targeted. Cosmo Town, the field spell needs to go to one because it's pretty freaking stupid how it can just replace itself if it gets destroyed. And then the last one is Tin Can. Tin Can, I really fucking hate that on the end phase. Tin Can effect, pay 500. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, I got this card. And then on that same end phase, I'll just pounce Tin Can for that monster that I searched. I fucking hate that. Tin Can needs to go to one or needs to get banned. One of the two. I think one is more likely than banned because I really don't see that many cards getting banned. So, yeah, it may sound pretty harsh to say, but Tin Can does need to go to one. And with that being said, let's move on to the Pendulums. Or Draco Pals, whatever you would like to call it. I'm just going to call it Pendulums because now it's just like a hybrid of Performapal, Draco Slayer, and Magispectors. And probably some other Pendulum deck that'll come out in later this year. This is the deck that won the European WCQ, despite the fact that it is completely neutered in the TCG and the OCG. So, with that being said, Kieran, you need to go to one. You need to go to one. You can't be targeted. You can't be destroyed by card effects. You have really good attack points, and you're a walking compulse, and you're searchable. No, you should not be at three. You need to go to one. I wouldn't be surprised if it's banned, but I would be more likely to see this card go to one than banned. And then Monkey Board. Monkey Board, I think, I said pretty recently in the video, oh, I don't think cards should get banned. This is probably the one exception because it's Monkey Board is a one card scale. You put it in and you get a search and then bam, there are your scales. It's probably going to be Lizard Draw. Then you're going to use Lizard Draw to draw a bunch of cards and all this stuff, and it's just the TCG needs the Monkey Board banned just like in the OCG. I was a little surprised when they banned him in the OCG. I was like, is he really ban worthy? And now I'm clearly, after 3 months of playing against it, yes, it is ban worthy. It should be banned. And for any other of generic Yu-Gi-Oh cards, uh, Solemn Strike should go to two. Karn Demise probably needs to go to one or get banned. And these next two are more. These next two are more of what I feel like is going to happen. I don't want it to happen. See, from this point on to the video, from the beginning to now, was more like what I want. Not what I predict, but more of what I want. Here is what I feel like is going to actually happen. These next two cards, and I don't like hearing this. Spearoid Terratop to 1, and then Fogblade to either 1 or 2. First of all, I feel like if Dante goes to 1, Spearoid Terratop does not need to get hit. And if you put Dante to 1, all that also inflicts people from wanting to actually play the Phantom Knight engine in Burning Abyss, or vice versa, the Burning Abyss engine in Phantom Knights. But yeah, Fogblade is a searchable Fiendish chain and can special summon the monsters from graveyard. Yeah, that's a really powerful trap card. So I wouldn't be surprised if that card got hit. It'll hurt me though so much if they do hit Fogblade. But folks, that's basically it. That's my ban list video for you guys. I hope you guys do enjoy. I hope the ban list comes out soon so I can actually talk about what did and did not get hit. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.